y'all. I am Christy with Make It Home with Christy, and I am back from my cruise on the Carnival Legend. We had a great time. We had some bumps in the road. We talked about that last night, but we had this dessert every single night. We had plenty of desserts to choose from, but this is the one we chose every single night. So I'm gonna make it for you now, and it's called Carnival's Melting Chocolate Cake. And it's not really even like a cake, it's more like a concoction of yumminess, is all I can possibly say. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 6 ounces of dark chocolate. Now, what I did is I used a food scale. I used a food scale, so I put my cup on here, I zeroed it out, then I added my 6 ounces. I did this with my sugar, I did it with everything. So to 6 ounces of dark chocolate, I am going to add, I am adding 6 ounces of butter. 6 ounces of butter. So I'm gonna put my butter in my chocolate, and then I'm gonna put my chocolate in the microwave, and I'm gonna let it start to melt. Because that's exactly what we want it to do. So I'm gonna put it on about 2 minutes, and then I'll check it. So we're gonna get rid of this. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my eggs and sugar, and I'm gonna mix them together in here. So I'm gonna use 3 ounces of sugar. Same, I measured it with the scale, and I measured out 3 ounces. Now I'm gonna use 4 eggs. 4 eggs. Now I got my eggs to room temperature. You don't have to do that, but I did. Okay. You all are going to love this. Ooh, I just got a little piece of shell in there. Don't want that. Ooh. My oven is preheated to 390 degrees. 390 degrees. All right, so these eggs are done for. So let me whisk these together. Get them all mixed up. I'm gonna whisk them together. And when they're all good and whisked, I'm gonna add 2 ounces of flour. This is the easiest dessert, apparently. This is my first time making it, but it is yum, yum, yum. It's very decadent. And they served it with vanilla ice cream, homemade vanilla ice cream. So I'm just making sure that this is all mixed up. So now I'm gonna add my flour, 2 ounces of flour. We're gonna check our mixture here. That might be a little hot. And I'm going to get a spoon, and I'm gonna stir this up and make sure that it's melting good. And it is, it's melting great. I'm gonna bring it over here to us and let you see. It's, the chocolate is in with the butter. So I'm just gonna get it all stirred up because we don't wanna seize our chocolate. You definitely don't want that to happen. We just want it to be very creamy. So we may have to put it back in for a minute, but we'll see. We're just gonna keep stirring it up and see, because see, it's getting smoother and smoother as we stir it. I think the biggest thing to remember, the strangest thing, is that your oven goes on 390 degrees. 390 degrees. But as you can see, it's getting very, very, very smooth. Very smooth indeed. So I'm gonna go back to stirring this. Let me shut my microwave. I believe that that is just fine. It's nice and smooth. So I'm stirring in our flour to our sugar and our egg mixture. This only has 5 ingredients. This entire dessert has 5 ingredients. Now on the ship, they served it to us in little ramekins like this. So exactly like, in fact, they looked exactly like this. So I'm just getting this all stirred up so there's no lumps in it at all. These are going to bake for 14 minutes, but I'm going to check them after probably about 12 minutes because I have got a convection oven and I don't want to overbake them. And that's the thing with these. You don't want to overbake them. You don't want them to come out like a cake. It's not like that at all. You don't put a toothpick down in there and they come out like a cake. No. You know it's done when the top of it kind of looks like a cake, but the inside of it is runny and hot and creamy. And I know that may not sound appealing to some of you, but it's appealing to me. Okay. So now I'm going to pour the melted chocolate mixture into this mixture. I'm going to put it in a little at a time because we don't want to scramble our eggs because this is a little bit warm. Okay. I'm going to get every single bit out of here that I possibly can. And I'm going to just stir it up. Make it nice, make sure it's nice and smooth. Y'all. So now I'm going to get some Pam and I'm going to spray our ramekins. Some in here. I don't know, 6 might just be enough. Okay, now we'll go over here. I don't know, it might not even make 6. It's very decadent, I'll tell you that. It is beyond, it's not like anything I've ever tasted in my whole life. That's why I had to have the recipe. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to get right at about 6 out of this. Okay. This is what it looks like. It's in our ramekins. I got a little bit on my finger. So now what I did is I have got a baking sheet that I went ahead and put some parchment paper on, and I'm going to just add these right here. This made 6 servings. I'm crossing my fingers because if this comes out, it's going to be the best tasting thing you've ever had in your whole life. It's at 390 degrees. I'm going to put it in for 12 minutes. And I'm going to come back in a few minutes and I'm going to let you know if these turned out right. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay, y'all, they are out of the oven. And let me put it in front of you real quick. And you're going to get to see, I've already got one on a plate. Here they are. And this is what they look like. I just dusted it with a little bit of powdered sugar, but this is what it looks like. Can you see how that's melting on the inside? It's got a little bit of cake at the top. It smells like it. That's it. That's absolutely it. My goodness. And you serve it with a little bit of vanilla bean ice cream. The top is a little piece of a cake, and the rest of it's just all melted. It's just to die for. Let me show you. This is what it looks like. I got 6 servings out of that mix. And I'm gonna include the recipe at the end of the video so you can make it yourself. I baked mine for 14 minutes. I'm sorry, for 12 minutes. The recipe calls for 14 minutes, but you might wanna go ahead and bake it about 12 minutes because the next time I make this in my oven, I will probably bake them for 12 minutes because you want it runny on the inside. Runny. It's delicious, y'all. You're going to love it. Okay, I'm Christy with Make It Home with Christy. Get in your kitchen and cook. And remember, you don't have to be from the South to cook like it.